Yes. Can I start, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Professor Sumati, and thanks to the management of the college for giving opportunity to share some points to our dear students with respect to the startup. Okay, so I try to share what are the things which will be helpful for the people who want to start entrepreneurship or they want potential. Kindly confirm the slide is visible to you.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Yes. So today, for around 40 to 45 minutes, we can discuss about a startup, how to plan for a startup, and what are the general legal or ethical issues we have to keep. Myself, Dr. D. Ravindran, I'm from School of Management. Basically, I'm a marketing. We will be helping in entrepreneurship development, and we are having an incubation center to help people. I'm in Bangalore. So, what is a startup, and why we have to have a startup? First, generally after the UG or a PG, so most of the students here are undergraduate, and some people may be from MBA or a post graduation. So from today, maybe you are in the first semester or in the final semester. So we should have a thinking. So after this college, what we are going to do. So some people will be going for higher studies, and some people will be joining in some other companies, and some people may go for a marriage, and some people not doing anything, and we are taking care of our home. So these are the things. So what is happening with respect to the employment? If you are looking for some employment, if you are looking for some income, okay, so after the graduate and the two courses, technical courses, engineering or MBA, it was assumed to be creating more job opportunities in the entire world and especially in India. But still BE and MBA itself, they are giving only around 55% of placement. So here we are not speaking about how much they are giving, what is the salary, we are not discussing, okay. But with respect to placement itself possible, and it will get reduced when it comes to arts and science colleges. So what the balance people will do is a big question mark. And with respect to the government also, so even we have a lot of services, banks, export and import, but entire economy depends upon the business or a company. So whatever we are using is called as a product or service. There's a product or service should be given by somebody, and that somebody should have a business. That business should have a starting stage. Okay, so and even in the women. So earlier we speaking about only the men are looking for the placements, or if in terms of entrepreneurship also only the men will be dominating. But if you see the scenario from 2020 and 2030, women or a girl into the placement or into the, especially in the small manufacturing units that we call as a startup, is also increasing tremendously. So normally we'll say the entrepreneurship is means taking risk to earn profit. So nowadays women also started taking risk to earn money. Okay, so for deciding this after our UG, so we have to decide what we need actually in your life. So whether we need a ease and comfort life. Ease and comfort life means, okay, to after certain period of time, we don't want to do, we don't want to travel more, we don't want to speak more. So we want to enjoy the life. That is ease and comfort. Ease and comfort. So most of the housewife, they feel that they are ease and the comfort. They are not going outside. They are not speaking with other people. They are not. Yes. So we'll move a little bit fast. Okay. So yes, as I said, the next stage is scaling stage. Scaling stage means, so you are going to the next level, that you are becoming a large size firms. So initially you started with a startup, then you come as a small scale business, then you need, so whenever your business expands, your source of income also will double. So when you become a large size firm, then you have to go for a venture capital fund or private equity investment funds. So private equity means you started issuing shares. You are not only depend on the loans from the uh, banks or government. So you move to the next level. So that means that time there is no word called owner. Everybody is called as a shareholder. So even you founded your company, when you are issuing shares, you will become a major shareholder. You can have a 50% or 70% of major share, but balance shares has to be given to the common public. They will invest, they will become a shareholders. Okay, that this will happen only if you become a very big, large company. Okay. So you achieved it. The last one is exit option stage. Okay, so I achieved a very great extent. I achieved 1,000 crore, 2,000 crore. Beyond that, I cannot perform. I'm unable to perform, or I don't want to perform. These are two things. That is called as exit option stage. So here I can merge with any other company, or I can acquire some other company, or I can sell my company. What are the ways you can do? So you come to one level, at that level, you are unable to survive. So money is not a problem because you got enough thing, market, everything is saturated. So if you want to grow beyond that, okay, you no more called as a startup. Okay, you are becoming as a very big company. So you have to merge with, like Maruti and Suzuki merged. Earlier, Hero and Honda merged. Okay, likewise, Nissan Result, these are merged. So likewise, mergers, or you have to acquire some companies. Okay, so in initial public offering, so that refers to the event where a startup listed stocks. So you are going to the listing SEBI, okay, or Madras Stock Exchange. From that, you will get some more money. So these things you have to do to retain your control over the company, because you become a very big company and you are getting a saturated, you are known to all. The international challenges also will come, international customer will come. So you have to depend on this. This stage is called as exit option stage. So here you have to work with other people. Fine. We are coming back. So these are the various steps in running a startup at a different stages. What are the different types of startups we can have? So one is lifestyle startup. Sir, I just in home, I want to do something. Okay, I can make a cake, I can make a greeting card, I can make a soap, I can make a hair oil. Small level. It is called as lifestyle startup. So I just started for my own passion. It's not going to give more money. Small business startup. Sir, I want to work within my street. So as we said, hairdressers, bakeries, travel agents, Xerox center, courier services. I want to run only within my district. So I don't want to work more. I want to, so there's a limited, but I don't want to work from my home. That is called a small business startups. Scalable startup. What does a scalable startup mean? Today it may be a startup, but maybe after 5 or 6, it will become a very big business. That is called a scalable, the business which can perform. For example, we know Google Pay, GPay, Uber, Facebook, Twitter. So once upon a time, it's a very, very small business, but they have a dream, it will become big. So whether you are aiming for starting a small business, that will become a very big business later. Your dream is big. Next one is viable startup. This type of startups are coming now. They will create a small business. They will create a customer. They will have a very good product. They will expand the business. They will give advertisement. They will create a brand equity for the product. After 5 years, they will sell the company. So for the last 5 years, they might spend around 1,000 crore or 2,000 crore. They developed it. They hyped it. Then finally, they will attract a big company. They will sell for 1,000 crores. So their objective is not only to serve with the product. Their objective is to create a business that will be bought by big companies later. So many of our companies, small companies in India, are bought by big. They are very successful. The objective is to just to make it as a viable startup. Another one is large company startup. Starting itself, I'll start as a very big. Geo started as a very big company. Okay, so they started as very big company. They have put full tower. Their revenue is also very big. Zoho, Freshworks, Google. These all things. Their objective is to have a very big company itself. Another one is social startups are my business to serve the society, to avoid disease, to take care of agriculture, to help women. So this is social problems. So if you want to decide the startup, please choose what type of, just I'm getting boring, so I'm just want to start something in a home. I'm making some chocolate. But objective is lifestyle startup. You are not want to act as a large scale company. And another thing, you want to start a large scale company, but you are not having money, you are not having idea, you are not having collaboration. Don't think about large scale startup. So you should be very clear what type of balance. Very important things, legal formalities. When we have a startup, okay, when we have a startup and it has to be recognized by the people, it should have some common things. Even the company
Excuse me, sir.
Small
Your
or big,
audio is
okay,
not
your
clear.
company registered, and if you are there, your name should be registered, and you should have some separate bank account in your company name, not in your personal name. And you should have a TIN number, you should have a PAN card, so and you should have a tax registration. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will check. Ma'am, is it okay now?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's okay.
Sumati, ma'am.
So now it's okay, sir. You're clear now.
Oh, yes. Yes. So you should have bank accounts, tax, everything. And if you are into some other production or related or chemical related, means you should have a government license. You should have a separate license if it is related to manufacturing. And you should have a one-person company or it's a public limited company. You should be very clear what type of company you want to run, whether you want to run as a solo proprietorship or you want to go as a partnership or you want to go as a public limited company. So this clear formality should be there. If it is missing, mean you cannot get even a loan from the bank. And if you are going for applying for subsidy, you cannot so. And as I told, you cannot do the business outside your state and you cannot export your business. So if you want to make your startup to perform well, means you have to follow all these legal formalities. The first main thing is register your company, register your name, get the bank account and tax details. Okay, so these things are explained. Okay, so company registration, it can be a proprietorship, it can be a partnership, it can be a limited liability partnership, it can be a private limited. So there are different types of companies that you can discuss with some auditors to decide what type of company you want to register. And you have to register your company brand name. So that is called as a trademark or company brand name. Why we have to do? Because you may become a very good company, your same company name should not be used by others. So you avoid duplication, we have to do this. And if you are coming with a very innovative design, we are coming with the innovative package, or we are coming with the innovative process or machines, mean you should have a copyright for your process. So that we call as a patent, trademark, copyright. These are the words are expected. Please do at the starting stage itself. Otherwise, later it will create a competition. And with respect to the taxation, if your turnover is above 40 lakhs per year, if you are going to do the business outside the state, if you are going for e-commerce, then you should have a GST. So there are some file GST R1, GST R3B. If you are filing monthly, if your turnover is less than 70 lakhs, if it is more than that, mean then you have to go for GST R9. And this filing has to be done before every 20th of every month. Okay. So if it is above, means you can file for every year, but if it is less than, means you have to do it for monthly. Okay. And with respect to the government licenses, if you are doing some product related to food, mean you have to get a license called FSSAI. Okay, the FSSAI, it is related to any food products. It can be a local level license that we call as a basic license, or state license, or central license. So if you want to do the business to the entire country, means you should go for central license. If you want to do the business only within your local placements, you can go for basic things. And IE code, if you are going for export import, mean then you should get IE code, import export code. That is very important, you have to get. And if you are doing related to chemicals or pharmaceutical, you should get related to drugs. And the many important things, if you started having 2 or 3 employees, you should open ESI or PF account for human resource for your employees. And if you are having a manufacturing plant, mean you should have a separate license for factory. And if you are producing something, mean you should have a license for producing these things. So dear friends, again I'm telling, many of the startups fail because they just start producing They have some brand name, they started selling, duplicate the product, duplicate the business. Or otherwise, they may grow well. If they are not paid the taxes, then it will create some problem. They cannot get loan there. So please follow, even if you are a small business, please follow this. Okay, so and last one is terms of leadership. When we go for a partnership, there should not be any problem with our leadership. Okay, and we should avoid unethical leadership. Like we say that if we have a proxy person to act as a CEO or a company, so please avoid it. Please, if you are a owner, you be a owner. If another person is owner, they are a owner. You can show you as an employee. Don't fake in that ownership. Next one, accounting should be very clear. Don't do dual accounting. And please try to avoid the conflicts of interest with your shareholder, with your customer, with your employees. Please avoid it. And please don't try to give exaggeration of your product through advertisement. Don't try to have a toxic workplace. That means that within the employees, please maintain a smooth relationship. And in terms of workplace, the discrimination with respect to the language, religion, gender is not allowed. Harassment is not allowed, even you are a small startup. And please don't fix unrealistic goal. So even a small business or big business, please project. That's we call it as a scalable business. And don't try with a technology which you are unable to adopt. So always we speak about a technology. Please learn about the technology, adopt the technology. If you are unaware of the technology, then please know about the technology. Please don't use the technology which is not able to adapt by your customers, not able to adapt by your employees. So these are the common ethical issues will be faced in terms of business. Okay. Byju's, it is performing internationally, and you now heard about the Paytm. Okay, it is also performing in the digital trade. And Dabawala, they started as a very small channel distribution. Now they are doing fantastically well, and we know some of the people from our place itself. Okay, so Ramraj, he started as a very small business. Now he created his brand. He created the brand. He regenerated the product itself. Okay. So there are some business we can focus on: mobile accessories, dress materials, biofish, tea shop, chip manufacturing, medicals, fast food, organic item. These are the find by Indian research that these are the prospective business you can focus for startups. Okay, so if you want to start a startup successfully, means please always think differently. Thinking is just an idea. Please be creative. Please innovate. Please implement smartly. And after implementation, please lead. Take a first mover advantage and act according to the environment. And please act before your competitors, other people start acting. Okay. Yes. So I wish you all the people to have at least one startup in your life. If not today, please start at earlier stage. If you are unable to start, please support the startups. And we IICs, including your college is also having IICs, please approach the Institution Innovation Council. They will help you how to transform your idea into product, how to idea into business, how you can approach for subsidies and loans, etc. So I wish all the students to become an entrepreneur in near future. Thank you all. So thank you for the wonderful opportunity. Handing over to Sumati ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being patient with us. For 2 times we have been out of time, and it was sorry for the disruption, for the inconvenience from our side, sir. And thanks for bearing with us.
No issues.
So now Nadia, kindly proceed with your vote of thanks, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, good morning, all. A warm greetings to one and all present here. It gives me an immense pleasure to propose a vote of thanks for the session. On behalf of Institutions Innovation Council of our college, I would like to thank our beloved correspondent, Thiru K. Palanisamy Avargal, who supports and guides us ahead in all our activities. The vision, interest, hard work, and consistent support of our principal, Dr. N. Raman sir, will always help us to move forward in efficient planning and execution of our activities. In this deed, I am much privileged to thank you for all the energetic support throughout, sir. My heartfelt thanks to our eminent resource person of the day, Dr. G. Ravindran sir, Assistant Professor, School of Management, Innovation Activity Coordinator, Kristu Jayanti College, Autonomous, Bangalore, for your magnanimous talk. Hopefully, your talk will provoke our students towards their startup ideas, and they came to know about the legal and ethical issues in that, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I extend my thanks to all department faculty coordinators for their scrupulous effort and our student participants for their consistent support in the form of participation in all our activities. Finally, I thank you all.
Thank you, Nadia. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Sumati
Nadia
ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.